What's up, Badger fans? We're here live at the St. Catharines Golf and Country Club, which also happens to be a curling club, to check out the state of the Brock Badger varsity curling teams, both the men and the women's. Let's see what's going on.
How have you guys specifically developed this curling program from when you guys started here and where it's become now such a prominent program amongst the OUA?
Right. Well, I started the head coach position 7 years ago, and one of the goals was to promote curling in the community and at Brock University and to grow the program. And I think the success of the program, the fact that we've been to many CIS, we've medaled at OUAs, we've medaled at CIS, we're bringing in more people. And the fact that we have developmental teams now to go along with our varsity team, some of the young curlers coming in, the freshman curlers, understand that they might not make the varsity team, but they have a good chance to make one of the other developmental teams and work their way up to a varsity player in 2 or 3 or 4 years' time.
So I know specifically you guys have taken it upon yourselves to increase the amount of bonspiels that you guys do, and one of the bonspiels that you guys did this season was one in high school. So do you guys want to just talk a little bit about that and how that game, or rather that bonspiel, will promote curling in the community?
Actually, Murray and I were talking quite a bit about doing some promotion, trying to get some more local kids involved and trying to get our coaches out and our athletes out to get a little bit more promotion into the high schools. One of the nice things Murray's done too is we've done some mentoring programs to some of the local high schools, and we've also tried to provide some coaching to them as well at a certain time.
So obviously there's a lot of great curling programs across Ontario and specifically across Canada in the CIS, but increasingly we're seeing a number of athletes, specifically in curling, choosing to come to Brock over a number of other universities. Do you guys want to just talk a little bit about why a student athlete would want to come to Brock as opposed to other schools, and what separates Brock really from the rest of them?
Yeah, I believe that one of the other factors is that we have dedicated coaches. We have 5 teams, 3 are developmental and the 2 varsity teams, and each team has a coach. And on the women's side, we have Coach Ken and Coach Jody Dickinson and Karen Haywood. And when we have our team meetings, the 3 women's teams will get together for team meetings, and then they'll go out and practice what they need. And they play in a Tuesday night league here, so they know what they need to work on the next week. And then the same on the men's side, we have the 2 teams, varsity and a junior developmental team, and it's much the same. We hold the team meeting, so they know that even though they're not a varsity on the varsity team, they're part of the varsity program, and I think that really makes the difference.
Now lastly, you guys have had great success this season in the OUAs, picking up 2 medals, a silver and a bronze in the women and men's respectively. And in a couple weeks' time now, on March 20th, the CIS National Championships are set to begin in Kelowna, British Columbia. Do you guys want to just talk a little bit about the expectations heading to the Nationals and what this will mean for the athletes as in part of the Brock system?
Yes, for sure. It's a great experience for them, and to be able to go out to Kelowna, BC, to represent your school and even your province, with a chance to, even if we're successful at CIS, represent your country in an international bonspiel next year. But above that, I think our expectations are, as we always go into competition, is to get into the playoff rounds. Yes, we want to medal and we want to win a championship, but we work on our performance goals, our process goals, and we want to make the playoffs first and then reassess.
We're going to go in and do our best, and if that's medaling, that's what we're actually hoping for. And like Murray said, both teams we'd like to see into the playoffs, and then anything can happen.
And I guess that's really fitting with the whole motto going on around athletics here at Brock University, and it's clear that both the men and women's teams are ready for the national championships.
Yes, we are ready.
Well, there you have it, Badger fans. We took you on an inside look at both the men and women's varsity curling teams here at Brock University, and we just want to remind you that they're going to be competing in Kelowna, British Columbia for a chance to bring home a national title back to Brock University. On behalf of BrockTV, this is Zach Engel from the St. Catharines Golf and Country Club, signing out.